Okay, guys, now we're going to look at math, science, and social studies that were included in the packet. So it's in the same packet, same bag, but more toward the back. And the first math page looks like this. These are called 10 frames. They use these a lot in kindergarten. We don't use them very much in preschool, but we can make this work for an activity. So what the paper says for you to do is to count the dots and cut and glue these numbers in the right place. You can do that, that's fine. If your child's not great at cutting, if you don't have glue, you can do this by having them count and then write the number. So that would be like if you don't have the supplies. But if your child is not a great writer and that's a barrier for them, you can have them count it and tell you what number it is, and you can write the number in there. This is something great that if you have like a big brother or big sister, they could help your child do, as long as you make sure they're not doing it for them. Anyway, so that's something fun that you can do, just counting and either writing the number, having them write the number, or if you want to cut and paste, you can do that as well. The next ones, I do not like these, so in my opinion, you could throw them away. But if your child loves math, if they're really advanced at math, you might like to do them. This is not something that I would ever use in my classroom because I don't really think that it's developmentally appropriate for preschool. But if your child's really advanced at math, or if you have a child at home that's older, maybe in kindergarten or first grade, you might want to do these with them. So here's how you do it. There's a number line at the top, and your child is going to fill in the middle number. So like this one says 2 blank 4. So a 3 would go in that spot, and they can use the number line to see what goes there. This is not something that we've done. They're not going to know how to do this, and that's okay. Like I said, you don't have to do this activity, but if you want to, you can. Also, if your child is kind of just on the cusp of being able to do it, if you start counting from number 1 up to where it goes, that will help you. So like if I'm doing 2, 3, 4, I would start and say, okay, let's start with number 1. 1, 2, blank, 4. Which one was a blank? So you can kind of help support them by doing that. And there are 2 pages like that in your packet. All right. The next math page and the final math page is this. It is a shape tracing activity. The dotted lines are kind of light. You might have to go over them with a pencil, but they're tracing down here. And then you can cut and glue them and sort them by shape, or they can draw the shapes up here if you want, if you don't want to cut and glue again. All right, now we're moving to science. The science packet is incredible. Okay, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you that there are things that you may not have at your house. That is okay. You don't have to do all these activities. So it's a separate packet, so it's got a separate staple, and it takes you through just like one activity a day. Again, you don't have to do them every day, but just as you get time, you can. The first one is what is a shadow, and it takes you through how to make a shadow outside in the sun or how to use a flashlight. Super fun. All the instructions are there, very self-explanatory. The next one is a sink or float experiment. So you just get a big tub of water or a bowl and drop different things in there. Have your child predict, okay, I'm going to drop a pencil in the water. Do you think it's going to float or sink? Okay, I'm going to drop whatever into the water, and you tell me if you think it's going to float or sink. Do the experiment, and then on the next page there is like a little chart, and they can draw the things that floated and the things that sank, or you guys can work together to write the words of the things that floated and sank there. Then there is a sorting activity, sorting animals by the numbers of legs that they have. It says sorting pets, but it's actually farm animals. So here's the little page, and it has these things down here to cut and glue on whether they have 2 legs or 4 legs. Again, if you don't have glue or scissors at home, or that's a barrier for your child to do the activity, I would just take my pencil and draw, except for a rooster has 2 legs. But yeah, just draw align to the one that it belongs to. So like, okay, I've got goose, he's got 2 legs, pig has 4 legs, cow has 4 legs. And you can count them at the end. You can have your child color it, whatever you like. And then the last page, oh, not the last page, the second to last page is a Play-Doh recipe. Super fun. Again, you may not have the ingredients, and that's okay, but if you do, I'd recommend it. It's really fun. Play-Doh keeps them busy forever. And then the last one is a weather activity, and this is the song. The lyrics are there, and it goes to the Oh My Darling Clementine song, so it would be like this. What's the weather? What's the weather? What's the weather like today? Is it sunny? Is it windy? Is it rainy? Is it cold? What's the weather? What's the weather? What's the weather like today? Is it snowy? Is it cloudy? Is it stormy? Is it hot? So that's just a fun song to sing. And then on the back, there's a little page that has them drawing what the different weather is. So today is sunny, they draw a sun. Windy, they can draw the wind, and so on. So that's a really fun packet. I really like that. Okay, and the social studies one is awesome. Miss Colleen made this, and I'm very proud of her for her hard work. She's a colleague of mine, another preschool teacher. She did a great job. So the first page is drawing a picture of your family and your friends. So family goes at the top, friends go at the bottom. That's going to be super fun. You can help them to write everybody's name on there if you want to make it a little bit of a dictating and writing activity. The next one is setting up a pretend play grocery store at your house. The next one goes with that grocery store activity. It's a writing activity, so there's a list of groceries. They can trace these words and then write them next to it for a grocery list. This next one is going on a walk and identifying letters that you see, different signs that you see, different things in your neighborhood. And then when you get back from the walk, they can draw a picture of what they saw on their walk. And then day 4 is a maps activity. And it has, like, if you wanted to do it, clues with a map in your house. So, for example, you draw a map of your house, the parent does, and then there are clues. So the first clue is go to the area where you fill your tummy each morning before school. And so they'd follow the map and head to the kitchen. So that's a really fun activity too. And then the last one is awesome. It's a daily routine. And this is just an example of one. But on the back, there is a little page where you can go through and there's like a list of activities and you can check off what your child has done that day. So the first one's eat breakfast. So when they eat breakfast, they'll put a mark by it. Work on schoolwork, they'll put a check. So that's kind of a fun thing. And your child will feel really accomplished when they mark it off. So those are the packets that they sent at school. I think it's super great. They're going to have them today through Wednesday from 10:30 to noon. So you can pick those up at any time. And again, please let me know if I can help you with those in any way. The other preschool teachers and I are working toward trying to get some supplies out to our preschool families, like markers and scissors and glue and paper and things like that. So just let me know how I can support you. Have a great day, guys. I'll see you back for more videos tomorrow.